So I don't want to see any profiles anymore, but just end results. Hello.
Oh, a nice coffee in the morning. I always try to enjoy the little things like a coffee in the morning, which I really do. I really enjoy a coffee in the morning. What I also really enjoy is sometimes watching reels, and that's what I've been doing last couple 20 minutes. And it's so bad. It's so bad. I hate it. It's like sometimes I'm not really in the good mindset. I wake up sluggish, and then like you go and watch reels, and then it's done. You're done. And I do believe there's some positive to it. Like, it's good to keep up with pop culture, with the memes. Of course, also maybe some editing inspiration or something. But most of it is just garbage. Unfortunately, it does also affect my day, which I don't want to. I don't want it to affect my day, but it does. It's like, yeah, morning routine does have an effect on your day. Anyway, I do really believe there's always time to turn it around. I'm gonna go to the gym now. That will help a lot. I know that for a fact, because it's not the first time I've had this. Let's go.
I know what you're thinking. If it isn't the first time that this happened, then why would you fall for it again? In which case I would say you're totally right. And also, why are you watching Italian brain rot at 1 o'clock at night? It's the same reason I'm now going to eat some really healthy protein lunch. Dopamine. Let's be honest, we all have our poison. For some that's drinking alcohol, for some that's trying to hit some tourists on a bike. And in my opinion, it's really simple. If you're at least aware of it, you don't do too much, and it's all fine. Every day 1% better.
Let's be honest, there's a lot of fakeness online, and I'm also part of it. I'm also doing it, basically just showing the end result. And I wanted to do another vlog just to basically, like I said, give a bit of insight of the real life. This morning being on my phone too long and watching reels the whole day, and now being a bit stressed because I have the onboarding call in a few minutes. Also, great choice to then record this segment, Tom. Also, something I've been struggling with is creating content like this and being out in the open and speaking to a microphone. So this is why I'm also trying to push myself a bit. At the end of the day, nobody cares. It's that meme, right, where it zooms out, you see Earth from a distance. So if you're an editor and you're thinking of creating some content yourself, just do it. All right, let's go. And speaking about being transparent, I just spent too much time in the school community. It's so easy for me to just stay in the school community and like speak with everyone and stay like commenting, chatting. Meanwhile, I still have a whole long list of to-dos that I still have to finish, including an edit of a client, including an editor for YouTube, including prepping for a call. Gotta snap out of it, get editing, and then do the call after, and then we'll see. Look at that latte art. And even though I did finish the call and the edit for my client, my to-do list was still longer than ever. Time management is a real bitch. I went to a meeting where I ate one of the worst burgers in my life, and that says quite a lot because I've been called a burger connoisseur before. I remember the to-do list. I decided to work on it a little bit more until something happened. I really got lost in time. I was animating this thing and I just had way too much fun with it. Basically like a cool duck animation and then having that turn into this thingy with this block and then this font. This is the thing, right? Like when you're in the flow, then it's so nice to just keep working. And I know it's so bad because I'll hate myself tomorrow morning. And normally my girlfriend pushes me to go to bed early, which is actually really nice. Well, you'll see what happens when she's not here. What is nice, however, is that I got this intro done. And I just have the whole video to go. 3.5 minutes. So, let me turn the music off. Basically, I'm gonna go to a friend of mine and he's called Marcus. I'm super excited for him. He was in a vlog before, but basically he's gonna do a presentation. He runs a podcast studio in Amsterdam, so that's really cool. And he's gonna present on podcasting, I guess, I would assume. And it's at the entrepreneur event, so that's also cool. Maybe I get to meet someone, maybe someone that needs an editor. But that is cool. I mean, to be honest, I don't really like these events because it's just like, you have to socialize and like speak to a lot of people, and then it's just like, you have to travel there, travel back. It's always a bit intrusive with your planning. And I need to think of like, oh, when do I have to eat? I need to eat in time. I mean, these are all small things, but also always things that doesn't really make it enjoyable for me. But I'm just gonna go. I'm still excited to see him speak with these kinds of events. And if they're online, it's the same thing. I always think like, okay,
let's just join in and see if something comes out of it, and maybe not. Set my expectation low. The worst thing that can happen is me seeing a friend speak and having some exercise in, because I'm gonna cycle. Wil je het zeggen in Arabisch of Marokkaans?
Wat ik ga zeggen. Eid Mubarak. Eid Mubarak. وكل عام وانتم بخير. غفر الله لنا ولكم. Yeah, top.
He's such a great guy. He's my hairdresser, and yeah, they're so nice. Anyway, gonna grab some quick food. This is why I don't like going to events. I now have like 15 minutes to eat. If there's one thing that I'm not great at, then it's estimating how much time I need for things. Trust me, you should be thanking me that I didn't show a shot of me shoving a burrito in my face. Anyway, I'm super grateful that I got to cycle at one of the nicest parks. Great weather, that just really brings me joy. And this all without any navigation app. The moment when you open up Google Maps and you find out that you're at the complete wrong location. So I'm here with Marcus. Tell me, what are you gonna speak about today?
Hey guys, I'm gonna talk today about podcasting and everything that you need to know.
Okay, great. That
was a good intro.
Yeah, great intro. The event ended up being quite cool. The workshop of my friend Marcus was really nice, and I even learned some new stuff. I also connected with some cool people. And now you might ask, what is the biggest takeaway? Well, you should never try out a gumball machine without a trash can inside. I don't know if you remember the Chubby Bunny challenge. Well, I spent the next few minutes talking to people like I was doing this challenge, but then like a weird business edition. So I like the event. I thought you did really well, and yeah, it was just really nice. I also learned some stuff.
I didn't know my intro.
Hey,
But
you can't, don't say this. People will see this.
I didn't know my intro, but after all, I think I did a good job in presenting.
Yeah, I totally agree. You did well. It was really nice. Nice to speak to some people. I wish I should have gotten some people on camera, because like it's also cool to see like the guy from India, and then someone from Ukraine. You know, like all over
they
the
do
world.
like really cool stuff, but they also get a little bit shy when you have the camera, so it's always a little bit awkward.
Yeah,
sometimes.
that's right.
But you have to look for there's like 3 or 4 content girls. They would really like, I think, to be on camera because they also have big socials. Take care.
Hey, bye bye.
It's weird because it was not light.
Bye bye.
That's my mind is speeding by, I'm holding on. Asking God to help him, are you hearing me? Girl is telling me she.
My hand just touched bird poop. Anyway, it was nice to sit here for a bit. That's how.
Girl is telling me she don't know what she want. Lot of demons creeping up the living underneath. Gotta take a minute, y'all travel far. Feeling something, no, I can't ignore my instincts. Back just where I started, it's the same old damn song. It's the shit I need. Trying to find it on the right track. Oh, wanna be just where the free at. Talk to him, he don't speak back.
In the Q&A today, I actually had a really good question, and the question was basically how to differentiate yourself as an editor. And this was a follow-up question on AI, with AI taking over the world and taking all your jobs, how to still stand out. And the more I thought about it, I was just thinking like, what makes you you? If you're just like anyone else, and you're just an editor, then it's a bit boring, right? Adding something special to your personal branding, to your social media, adding humor to it. Maybe you have a certain hobby that you can introduce in it. That can be a real way to stand out. And I'll give you some more examples. So last week I was just scrolling on Instagram and I saw this really funny meme by like an editor. And I was like, that's so creative. Instead of showing an end result, this now piques my interest. Wanted to check out his profile and check out his other Instagram reels. And let's say I was in the market to find an editor. Then I would be like, okay, maybe this guy can edit for me. Like, looks quite trustworthy too. He has some cool edits on his Instagram feed, but he also has some like funny memes on it. And it just shapes like a whole image instead of just having the end results on your socials. I really think people tend to be scared to share this kind of stuff. Maybe take it really serious. And at the end of the day, it's also just making fun, you know, having fun on your socials and sharing that with other people. And it doesn't have to be memes all the time, but like I said, it's a way to stand out. But let me give you another example. Let's say you don't want to do memes. You could also introduce something interesting that piques your interest when you're swiping by. Instead of doing an end result, for example, you have a rubber ducky in every screen. And I'm not saying we all now need to get rubber ducks. If you hate rubber ducks, then definitely don't do so. But it can be a way to stand out. Let's say you love vinyls or like old music. You can put vinyls in the background, or you can put vinyls on a player and then it shows an edit. That's something to stand out. Let's say you like a certain music, you can have a Spotify player in the left or have the music playing in the background. Be creative and don't be too scared to stand out either. If everyone does the same edits, if everyone posts the same end results, then everyone is just the same anyway. And later on, when AI is replacing us all, then even then, in the world where AI content is going to be all the same, the people that stand out are the people that have creative content, have something different, and maybe even like make really organic or raw content. It's not the people that all use the same AI tool, same AI schlep. That was my monologue on standing out. So I don't want to see any profiles anymore, but just end results.
Yeah. Don't you feel it? Man, my voice probably sounds...
That is such a dopamine rush. Like, it's amazing. I know, shouldn't connect too much feeling about it or to it, but it's just so nice. Thank you guys. Like, seeing that a video performs really well and seeing that confetti just makes me so happy. I know it's so stupid. I literally can't say it enough. Like, thanks for the support. I really appreciate it.
So I've been looking in the mirror.
Welcome to this Q&A. And by the way, if you have a question for the next Q&A, then drop it down below in the comments. First one is how to find your wife by Shazzy. I don't know. Tinder, I guess. Alexander is asking any wax recommendations, asking for a friend. This is an inside joke, but I would definitely recommend something soft. I used to have like really like thick gel, like cheap gel in my hair. Give us quality raw videos of yours. I choose to not do that. Maybe in the future, if there's like an editing challenge for everyone. It's just that it feels a bit weird sending my raw footage to like everyone to just use. It's a bit different doing that in the Social Creator Club because it's still a bit limited or a bit more exclusive in that sense. Tom, please, I'm gonna jump out of my apartment, make a full video about ideation. Well, I might jump out of the window. Don't jump out of the apartment. And I'll make a video about ideation. I think that's a really good idea. Nayan, how to get clients? That's such a general question. If you specify it, then I can answer on that. But just some quick general advice. Do your outreach, create a personal brand, and lastly, become better at editing. Next one is also how to get clients as a video editor, same thing. How to create a hook in your vlogs. Well, I actually don't know. We're all figuring this out, right? Jenna, do you want to go on a date with me? I definitely do want to go on a date with you. Sajam, how to convince the family to quit the college. This is really difficult. I know that some cultures are really high on that. Like, you need to go to college, otherwise you won't succeed in life. And especially if your parents are really strict with it, it's gonna be a challenge. However, what I would do if I was in that situation is show, don't tell. See if you can already make income with editing, show them the pay slips, and maybe try to strike a deal. If I make X amount of money, then I don't go to college. If I get this amount of clients, I don't go to college. At the end of the day, I do believe that they do it out of love, and some people are maybe more strict than others. I just hope for you that you don't have to make the decision of moving out of your parents' house or going to college. Maybe AI will do it one day. We're gonna speak about it, about AI in every vlog. But speaking about AI, actually today I was playing around with Lovable and I made a really cool program that was scratching my own itch, and maybe I will release it soon. Which is the prime example of not being scared of AI and embracing it and seeing how you can make use of it and how you can thrive with AI. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk. Just done a workshop and it was awesome. It's so nice to basically speak about things that you love and go through the whole workflow from start to finish. So basically the ideation phase, the animation, and then like the end, like finishing it up. Big shout out to Andre, who actually invited me over for this workshop at his company that he works at. It's just really awesome to be able to do this. The only downside, I was sitting inside for 2.5 hours and like the weather is super nice. And not only that, I was becoming a glazed donut. It was so warm inside. So it's nice to be outside for a bit. I'm really curious what you think of these vlogs. So do drop that in the comments. Also drop a question if you have that for the next Q&A. And then don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for all the support, and then I'll see you next time. Bye bye.